I'm sorry. What?
I said that we traveled to the past to stop a great threat. You're here by accident, but we need your help to complete our mission. We have no time to waste.
Forgive me, but aren't you time travelers? Shouldn't you have all the time in the world?
We should, but there is a bit of a problem. The time crystals, the core that makes our time vessel work, were lost when we collided into the time anomaly.
And that time anomaly would be me?
Correct. Some people or objects carry a resonance that binds them to time crystals. They can complicate time travel. We thought the odds of colliding with a time anomaly would be 1 in a million, but here we are. We're sorry to drag you into this, but we're going to need your help to get us out of this.
Wait, why me?
I think I can explain. It's hard for someone of average intelligence to understand, so I'll try my best to water it down for you. Your unique resonance with the time crystal will grant you 2 crucial advantages.
Advantages is an understatement. They're more like necessities.
Hush, Jason. I'm the engineer, not you. As I was saying, the time crystals have lodged themselves into 2 temporal distortion zones. Your resonant frequency should allow you to break through the barrier and enter them. Furthermore, it should shield you from any distortion effects it might have. But since we don't belong to this time point, the temporal distortion zone would disrupt us on a molecular level. But in your case...
For Christ's sake, Sydney, speak to them in fucking English.
Oh my god, okay. You know what? Fine. Look, we need to recover 2 special crystals to finish our mission. One is attuned to the past, and the other is attuned to the future. We need them both for our time machine to finish its journey. Put in English, the time crystals are in weird space-time bubbles that keeps time travelers out. But you are a time anomaly, so you can go in and out of it just fine. The crystal also won't hurt you as much as it would hurt us.
So, you want me to get it for you? Then you can finish your time travel mission and save the world.
Easier said than done.
So what do you expect me to do exactly? I'm sorry, but this is just a lot for me. I'm still getting used to the idea that this is all real and not some kind of fever dream.
You have to expect the unexpected. Temporal distortion zones disrupt the entire space-time continuum. Up can mean down, centuries can pass in minutes. Time can move forward and backward at a whim. You'll have to use your wits.
Can I get help from anyone? No one knows I'm from the future except... her.
I was going to ask, who exactly is your companion?
She's my wife. I mean, well, not right now, but in the future she's my wife. Right now we're friends, I guess.
So you mean to tell me that she didn't travel backwards in time with you?
Is it okay if the answer to that question is yes?
For fuck's sake. Now we have a civvy from this time period who knows we're from the future. Do you know how much of a liability that is?
Shit. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I literally had no idea what to do when I landed here, so I just followed my best instincts.
Our work requires that we be able to predict the future, so that any changes we make to the past can have their intended effect. If she knows about the future and the course of history, it will compromise the whole mission.
I'm sorry, Lucinda. She doesn't really know anything about the future. The only thing that I told her is that one day I become her husband. That's it.
Not enough to change historical events, that's good. Benjamin, do me a favor and don't tell her any more about the future.
So, can she come?
I suppose it could help. She just needs to keep quiet about what's going on.
Alright, the first distortion zone should become visible tomorrow morning. Once it does, we don't know how long it will be accessible, so you need to enter it as quickly as you can. We don't know if our enemies have tracked us down to this point in time or not, so we cannot afford to wait for the next time the distortion zone opens.
Who exactly are these enemies anyway?
Killers who have technology just as advanced as ours. And that's all you need to know.
Right.
Here, take this.
What is this?
It's a power cell and a containment field for the time crystals.
I see.
When you find the crystal, put it in the power cell immediately. That should contain it, as well as transport you out of the distortion zone. Keep it safe. The crystals are fragile, and we can't afford having them break.
If it breaks, can't we just use my time anomaly resonance or whatever to find another one?
No. The crystals we use to travel here are bound to each one of our energies. They are what brought us to this point in time, and they are what's holding us here.
So if one of them breaks, does that mean...
Yes. We all die. Breaking one would shred us at a subatomic level and scatter us across space-time. Your resonance might keep you alive for a minute or so longer, but it would kill you too. That would be game over for all of us. No one would be left to save the future.
Before you go, take this. It's a special communication device. We think it should hold up in the distortion zone. It will be our only means of assisting you.
Got it.
Here are the coordinates to the first distortion zone. Now go. Stay in contact during your mission and return here once you're finished. We're counting on you.
Don't get killed out there, alright?
I mean, I'll try my best. Okay. I guess that means it's time for us to go. I'll keep in touch, okay? Okay, so, what the fuck? Yeah, right? What was that place? And there's possibly bad guys from the future just running around here like Terminators or something? God, I'm feeling paranoid just thinking about it. Yeah, I'm paranoid going straight back to your place. We should go somewhere else first just in case someone else is following us. I mean, I doubt it, but might as well, just to be safe. We can drive anywhere, I guess. It doesn't matter. I guess somewhere with a lot of turns, just to make sure that we can shake anyone who might be following us. Stay on the surface streets. I think I know where we can go. See that road up ahead? If you turn right before the next streetlight, there should be a little dirt path that'll take us to a secret place. Looks like nobody's tailing us. That's good. There's a good place to stop. See up there? It's my favorite secret lookout spot. See? Isn't it nice? It looks even better at night when the city lights up. I mean, it's almost dusk. I don't see why we couldn't wait. We can stay here for a while and wait for the sunset together. Here, this is a nice place to sit. You know, I almost regret leaving in such a rush earlier. We could have stopped by 7-Eleven for some cheap taquitos and sodas and had the perfect little low-budget picnic. Right? How are those cheap roller taquitos from 7-Eleven so good? I swear, without them I would have never graduated college. The 2 taquitos and a coffee special kept me alive through every single exam my entire senior year. Oh, yeah, they still have 7-Eleven in the future. And they still have the roller taquitos. It's a timeless institution and forever my guilty pleasure. What's that? Oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to tell you about the future of history. Though I don't know if the fate of 7-Eleven counts as historic. I do think that it's safe to tell you about, you know, us, though. Well, what would you like to know? What? I can't tell you how we had our first kiss? Because, what if it, like, messes with the future? I don't want to mess with the future, because I like the future. I like how things turned out with you and I don't want to put that at risk. Okay, fine. I'll tell you a little bit. I guess it can't do too much harm. So, we'd been talking for a while, and every time I had you one-on-one, I kept almost getting the chance to kiss you. And the times that I did have the chance, I almost had the courage. I missed so many opportunities to make a move on you that I started to worry that any interest you had in me would just fade away. Until one day, I did have the courage. Yeah, you can come closer. It's starting to get a little chilly and you can warm up, if you want to. Anyway, we were together one night and we were talking about how weird it was that some people would just drive their cars to clear their heads. And we realized that neither of us had ever tried just going for a drive as though it were a walk. So we just got in my car and drove. I drove a piece of junk with no air conditioning, and I used to have to roll down the windows to let the air in. When I was with you, I remember rolling the windows down and feeling that cold air on my skin, and looking over at you, looking at you smile while the wind blew over you. I almost crashed the car because I couldn't stop staring at you. Well, we kept driving, and eventually we pulled over the car and just stopped somewhere that looked like it had a nice view. We'd driven so far that we barely knew where we were anymore, but it didn't matter. It felt like we'd been taken to the perfect place, almost by fate. Everything was beautiful, and it was just cold enough that all we needed to stay warm was to get close together. Kind of the way we are now. And we just talked. I don't even remember what we talked about. I just remembered that we got closer and closer, until our lips were so close that they were brushing up against each other while we talked. I was so shy back then that I didn't believe you would want to kiss me, even though your lips were so close to mine that they were already touching. But finally I realized you did, and I just let it happen. Oh God. I didn't plan on this happening, but I didn't want this to happen because I don't know if this is going to mess things up, but I just need you. Can I kiss you again?